Want to know some truth about this mask mandate bullshit? Listen up.
Realize that there technically is no vaccine mandate, right? So all these employers who are doing this, you guys don't actually have to do this right now. You know this, right? There's nothing that's legally binding. All it was a press release. Is everybody aware of that? Right? I mean, you know that they have not even sent any paperwork for any kind of mandate to the White House's Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, which they have to in order to get approval. They haven't done that. Neither OSHA nor the Department of Labor have received any guidance at all whatsoever for the mandate. There is actually technically not even an executive order. It's just a press release. That's all they have. There is nothing there at all whatsoever that would make or force an employer to do this. They were all over the place with this, but it's all fake. It doesn't even exist right now. Maybe they'll submit it at some point, but they haven't yet. They have imposed an optic, right? They wanted an emergency temporary standard, an unusual rulemaking process. But the rule took like 6 months to issue, according to OSHA. Meanwhile, vaccine mandates, apparently, they will have, I guess, December deadlines for some of these companies telling their employers. So this is 4 months after the mandate was announced. And in order to go through the emergency temporary standard, the ETS rule that Biden is following, that takes like up to 6 months to go into effect after you get things through the Federal Register. So this is not even a law. There's absolutely no legal binding anything to this. It is just literally a press release. Now, one of the things that the Wall Street Journal noted is that OSHA, they've used, it's the ETS procedure, and sometimes this is used instead of the normal process to craft these federal rules, right? And it allows lawmakers to push these edicts through faster while circumventing any kind of public input at all whatsoever, which that's normally required at this level. And that's why there is, by and large, ETS rules never make it. They never survive after courtroom examination. They're always overturned. OSHA's used this, Wall Street Journal writes in September, they've used this authority 10 times, only 10 times in 50 years. There's only been one that the courts have upheld. So, yeah, because there's a federal vaccine mandate is illegal and unconstitutional. So David Rivkin and Robert Alt wrote in the Wall Street Journal, quote, "The states have plenary power to regulate health and safety. Congress has only those limited powers enumerated in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8. That wouldn't include the authority to impose a $150 fine. That was the equivalent of the $5 from Jacobson v. Massachusetts that we've discussed and I wrote about over on Substack on an individual who declined to be vaccinated, much less to prevent him from earning a livelihood. But the thing is, though, is that everybody is now conditioned to think that they have to do whatever the administration says and that every single edict is binding law, and it's not. Stop acting like it. This is not, you're not breaking any kind of law. You're not doing anything. In fact, employers have less of a legal defense imposing this stuff now because they really can't actually blame it on Biden because it's not even a law. Biden screwed over all these employers. This is Bruce Atkinson, and this is from Monday, Wall Street Journal. The mandate's non-existence shields the Biden administration from legal challenges that may ultimately restrict the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's authority. Yet, The mandate is still effective at compelling industries and companies into compliance, as it leaves room for any eventual issuance to target non-compliant entities. This implied cudgel is particularly effective on industries and companies that are dependent on federal spending or the goodwill of federal regulators. The non-existent mandate also allows so inclined state and local governments and companies to issue their own mandates, seemingly in lockstep with Washington. The Biden White House has been well served by presenting a non-existent mandate as a done deal. Huh. Pen and phone much?
Okay, so that is very telling. So don't participate with companies that don't want you to go there about vaccinations. None of this is law. They can all put it up their asses. Fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah, look at the pilots. The pilots are they're saying, guess what? We're going to shut shit down. You can't tell us to put something in our body that we don't want in our body. So enjoy that shit, because we the people will ultimately prevail, even if it takes a long goddamn time.